प्रार्थनां शुरुं करोति वा वेङ्कट महोदय?
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ पुनक्तु सह
वीर्यं
वीर्यङ्करवावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
विद्विषावहै। ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति
शान्ति शान्ति
शान्ति
शान्तिः।
शान्तिः।
हरिः ॐ।
Hari Om. I will share this thing now. Astu. Arpanam. पुनरावलोकनं कुर्मः। दिनानि काल कदा संख्या च। अद्यतनपाठाः लकारपरिच्छेयः। लट् लकार इति विषये पठिष्यामः। लट् लङ् लृट् लोट् विधिलिङ् इति पञ्च विषये अस्ति इस वर्गे in this course, but we will focus on lat lakara today. तमे एक श्लोकः we will read. Maybe Sri Ram Mahodaya, can you read this shloka?
माता भूमि पुत्रोऽहं पृथिव्याः पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं च धारय मां देवी पवित्रं कुरु चासनम्.
I can read the meaning also.
O Prithvi Devi, the entire world is born by you, and Devi, you in turn are born by Sri Vishnu. Please hold me, O Devi, and make this asana, seat of the worshipper, pure.
Yeah. Prithvi Tvaya Dhrita. I think it's a famous shloka. Many of you may have read this. Tvam cha dharayamam devi pavitram kuru chasanam. Make this asana. So it's before you sit somewhere. So last class we read about the shloka before you wake up. So this is more for sitting. So let's do one Subhashitam also. Venkat Mahodaya.
धर्मं चरत चरतम आधर्मं
Charata ma
आधर्म
adharmam. Ma
मा
adharmam.
अधर्मम् मा अधर्मं सत्यं वदत मा
Anrutam.
अनृतं
Anrutam.
दीर्घं पश्यत मा ह्रस्वं परं पश्यत मा अपरम्.
Kim avagatam.
Follow righteous path, not the unrighteous. Speak the truth, not the lie. Keep long-term vision, not shorter. Look upon yourself, not others, not finding faults.
Param pashyatama param. I think the meaning is slightly different. But so dharmam charata ma adharmam. It's very clear, right? So follow the righteous path as shown by our shastras, not the otherwise. Satyam vadata ma anrutam. So you may have seen in our Mundakopanishad there is a vakyam Satyameva jayate na anrutam. So this is coming from that actually. So in fact, our national motto, India's national motto is Satyameva Jayate. That also has come from the Upanishad only. So Satyam Vadata Ma Anrutam. Anrutam means lies. Satyam means truth. Dirgham Pashyata Ma Hrasvam. The Dirgham Pashyata means have a long lasting vision, like far-sighted vision, not a short-sighted one. Param pashyata ma aparam. I don't think this translation is correct. Look upon yourself, not others, not finding faults. I would translate it slightly differently. Param pashyata ma aparam means look upwards and look towards the God and don't focus your energies on other things. If you are on the spiritual path, maybe that is the meaning you will want to give. Param pashyata ma aparam means focus on spirituality, focus on the God rather than other material pursuits. So param pashyata ma aparam. Okay. So these are some of the things that we saw. Dinani iti vishaye. So we saw adyaha, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. Adyaha, sorry, one more thing in this Subhashitam. You can see there are words that are used like charata, vadata, pashyata are there. So this is different from the verbs that we have learned so far called charati, vadati, pashyati, all that. So this charata form is also a verb form only, but it's a different lakara called lot lakara. So charati is lat lakara, charata is lot lakara. So we are going to read more about that in this class. So charati is present tense. Charata is an instruction, lot lakara. So you instruct someone. So this is why this shloka is instructing all of us. Dharmam charata, follow dharma. That is an instruction or an imperative mood, they say. Ma dharmam, don't follow adharma. So similarly, so vadata, satyam vadata, talk the truth and not otherwise. So this is more imperative. So if you had said dharmam charati means he is following dharma. Or satyam vadati means he is speaking the truth. But if you say satyam vadata, that means you are instructing someone to speak the truth. Okay. So that's the difference here. Just wanted to
But in
point it out.
Upanishad it says Satyam Vada.
Satyam Vada. Yeah. That Satyam Vada is also, see, Satyam Vadata and Vada, there's a difference. See, Vadata is for third person. Okay. Third person singular is Vadata. What do you say in this thing? Pratama Purushaha Ekavachanam Vadata. Upanishad saying Vada is actually Madhyama Purusha. So Madhyama Purushaha is you. You speak the truth. It's instructing each one of us. You speak the truth. Not a general third person. It is actually yourself. So that Vada is actually Madhyama Purushaha lot. We are going to read about all of that. You will understand. So the Upanishad Vakyam is Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. That Vada and Chara are Madhyama Purusha lot Ekavachanam. Okay. That is you. Tvam Satyam Vada. Okay. So that is here it's Satyam Vadata Mahanrutam. It's some third person. So general instruction, not you in particular. So Upanishad, when it addresses you, it's that specific person sitting in front. If you look at that Upanishad, while it does not have a specific guru and shishya, the Taittiriya Upanishad, but it is also like generally all Upanishads are guru shishya samvada. This means guru is instructing the shishya, satyam vada. Okay, so that is how we should take it. So here, so this we saw last thing. Adya, shvaha, parashvaha, praparashvaha, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. But we also said we are not able to use any of these words like shvaha, parashvaha, etc. in the sentences because we need the future tense of the verbs. Similarly, hya, parahyaha and all, you have to have the past tense of the verbs. So that all will come in the lakaras that we are going to learn. So once we learn those lakaras, then you will be able to use all these today, tomorrow, yesterday, day before yesterday, etc. in sentences. That's going to come in the coming classes. And then we also saw the day of the the time of the day, like, Prataha, Ushakalaha, Sayankalaha, Madhyannam, Idanim, Aduna, that is now. So if you have to say in Saptami Vibhakti, it's like in the morning or in the evening, how will you say? Sriram Mahodaya? If you have to say in the morning. So, okay, it's already there in this slide. Pratah Kale. That's called Saptami Vibhakti. So we will learn that later, but that's called Saptami. So anything that denotes a location in time or space will come in Saptami. Saptami Vibhakti. Okay, so we are so far dealing only with Pratama Vibhakti. All of this Ramaha, Krishnaha, etc. are all Pratama Vibhakti. Like Kalaha is also Pratama Vibhakti. And Saptami Vibhakti will be Kale. Okay, so that's the difference. We learned that also. And then similarly, days of the week, Ravi Vasaraha, Soma Vasaraha, all of this you probably would have already learned. We saw last class. Again, Pavitra Mahode, if you want to say on Wednesday, how will you say?
Budhavasare.
Budhavasare. So that is also Saptami. Any question you have, Pavitra Mahode?
Anna Mahodaya, he said he wants to say one also.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, then we also saw kada, which is question on when does something happen. Balika kada kridati. Balika sayankale kridati. Balakaha kada patati. Balakaha adya pratahkale ashtavadane patati. So, including the time of the day today, and also the time of time of the day also. So all of this we saw and we practiced. I think there was some homework also given. Hopefully you were all able to attempt and do that. We also saw the numbers from 30 to 100, and also all these bigger numbers like 1,000, 10,000, etc. Sahasram, Ayutam, Laksham, Prayutam, Kotihi. So some of these we already know, Laksham, Kotihi and all, we are already familiar, but some of the other words we learned. So I'm not going to go through all of this again, but I think this chart we saw last class as well for 1 to 100. So this one, some of these things you have to kind of note, like for example, 82 is Dvayashitihi, whereas 72 is Dvisaptatihi, and 92 is Dvinavatihi. So there is some small differences in some of the numbers that you have to note. Now we are going to Lakaraha. So as I said, Lakaraha will operate on Kriya Padam. And like for example, all Padams are derived from what they call Prakritihi or Dhatuhu. So there are around 2000 Dhatuhu. Those Dhatus are divided into some 10 groups. Now then once those Dhatus are root words, and from those root words there are multiple pratyayas that operate on those root words to create more and more complex shabdas or words. Now when the dhatu have, that when the dhatu directly, there are two types of pratyayas that can come to the dhatu. One is called tinganta pratyayas. So that those tinganta pratyayas, when you so this is the second row here, dhatu plus tinganta pratyaya, ting pratyaya, they will change into kriya padams. Okay, so whereas then dhatus can also get what is called krit pratyayas. That when they get the krit pratyayas, there are some so many different krit pratyayas are there. Then dhatu plus krit pratyayas will turn into what is known as pratipadikam. And then the pratipadikam, when you add what is known as supratyaya, you get the namapadam, which is noun. Okay, so from dhatu to namapadam, there are like a two-step process. First, you have to add the pratipadikam, and then, you have to add the krit pratyaya to get pratipadikam, and then add the supratyaya. And there are multiple other pratyayas that may be added to get to get to here. So that is all part of Paninian grammar. We don't have to worry about that. But if you're interested beyond, when you're going through advanced courses, you can also take up Paninian grammar. It's very interesting. So you can actually derive every single word from its root through it's like, a mathematical equation. So through applying various different rules, you apply different pratyayas to get different forms, and then finally you get to the root. For example, the word Om is a one-letter word in Sanskrit. But how do you actually get Om as a word? Is also, it comes from Av Dhatu. Av means protect. From that Av Dhatu, there are probably 5 or 6 steps. Even I don't know, but I've heard that 5 steps process operates on that Av Dhatu to get to Om. Okay, so such interesting things. We think Om is just one letter. So in English and all, there is no way you can actually derive all that. Like, for example, if the word is but, there is no way you know how the but came. But in Sanskrit, every single word that is shabda that is used, you can actually go back and derive from the root. And from the root, you get this. So that's the glory of the language. So basically, for this class, all you need to know is that Kriya Padam comes from Dhatu and Ting Pratyaya. This we have seen in I think one of the previous classes. That is how Kriya Padam comes.
Could you please
Now,
refresh this Ting Pratyaya, please?
Sorry?
Could you please refresh this Ting Pratyaya review again once more, please?
So Ting Pratyaya, for now, we don't need to know what is Ting Pratyaya, but all you need to know is that from Dhatu, so as I said, there are 2000 root words like Pat, Lik, all of these are Dhatus. Now, those Dhatus, when you add what is known as Ting Pratyaya is a series of affixes. Okay, so when you add that affix to the Dhatu, then it will change into a Kriya Padam. Okay, so that's all you need to know
would it
at
like
this level.
Patati?
Yeah, Pat becomes
Patataha.
Patati, Pat
Patataha.
becomes Patati, Patataha, Patanti, etc. Right? That is because the ti, taha, anti kind of dhatu pratyayas are added to the root pat to get to that. Okay, so that affixes are called ting pratyayas. Okay, so there is a set of pratyayas, ting pratyaya, which gets added to the root to form kriya padams. That's all we need to know right now. We don't need to get into the detail of what those things pratyaya, etc. That is not the scope of this class. But if you're interested, then there is there's advanced Paninian grammar classes which will teach you all that. Okay, so that is the prakritihi pratyaha. So now, so this again is a refresher. Nama padam. So Nama Padam is words like Ramaha, Krishnaha, Sita, Palam, all of these are Nama Padam, noun forms. Here it is dependent on multiple things. One is, first of all, it is we track the Antaha. So Swarantaha, Vyanjanantaha. So this is like, Akaranta Pullingaha, Akaranta Shabdaha. So Rama is the Pratipadikam. From which the Ramaha, that Shabda comes. So that Rama Padam is Akaranta Pullinga. Right? So that's Svarantaha. So some things end with the etc. Akaranta Strilinga, etc. But then there are also Vyanjananta Shabdaha. Like, for example, Sakaranta Shabdaha, Takaranta Shabdaha. For example, Manas is a Shakaranta Shabda. So even though the first form is Manaha, the actual Shabda is Manas. It comes from Manas. So we are again, in this course, we are going to only look at the Swaranta Shabdaha. We are not going to look at Vyanjananta Shabdaha. Vyanjananta Shabdaha will come in the next course, Lata. So that is this. And then Pratipadikam is, as I said, the root of the Nama Shabda is Pratipadikam. So from the Dhatu, the 2000 roots, some pratyayas get added to form what is known as Pratipadikam. And that Pratipadikam is the root for the Nama Shabda. From Pratipadikam only, it declines into that 7 or 8 forms, vibhaktis we saw. Okay. So we saw only the Pratama vibhakti so far. Like, for example, Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. So that is just one vibhakti. So similarly, there are 7 vibhaktis. So each declining into different meanings. And that we will see, I think, the rest later in the course. And obviously, all the Namapada will differ based on three factors. Lingam, we have seen this, Pullingam, Strilingam, Napumsakalingam. Vachanam, Ekavachanam, Vivachanam, Bahuvachanam, and Vibhakti. So, Sapta Vibhaktaya, this is what we saw, like, Pratama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti. We don't know yet what, we have not learnt in this course what is Dvitiya, Tritiya, etc., which we will learn later. We have had a sneak preview into the Saptami Vibhakti. We just saw Kale, Varshe, etc., to indicate the location. So we will learn more about all of that later in the course. But for now, we just have to think Namapadam varies only by Lingam, Vachanam, and Vibhakti. Whereas the Kriya Padam, so it comes from the Dhatu, it varies only by Purushaha, Vachanam, and Lakaraha. So it does not vary based on the Lingam. So for Trishu Lingeshu Samanameva. For example, it is, if you say Patati, Balakaha Patati, Balika Patati, and then something like Palam Patati. So it's the same. It does not change based on Lingam, but it changes based on the Purushaha. Purushaha is third person. Prathama Purushaha is third person. Madhyam Purushaha is second person. And Uttama Purushaha is first person, like I, mine, etc. Similarly, Vachanam, it changes based on Vachanam, Ekavachanam, Vivachanam, Bahuvachanam. So we saw Patati, Patataha, Patanti. So that is based on the Vachanam. And then Lakaraha. Lakaraha is what we are going to see now. Lakaraha is very simply put in English, it's tenses and moods. Whether it is present, and so we have seen so far Vadati, Patati, all of this is known as present tense. So Lat Lakara. So that's what we are going to delve into now. We saw a sneak preview of that, but we are going to see in more detail. But there are also other lakaras to indicate various other tenses and moods. Okay. So in the lakaras, in this course, we are going to see only 4. I don't know if even we'll cover with link, but we will see if we have time. So lat, lung, lut, lot, vidili. These are the 5 things. So you may wonder what is lung, what is lut and all. We will talk more about that in the subsequent class. But generally, lakaras are usually kalavachakas. So that changes the verbs to indicate the tenses, like present, past, future, etc. Or bhava vachaka. Bhava vachaka is the moods. As I said, tenses and moods. Moods could be, you might be instructing someone, you might be ordering someone, you might be requesting for action, or even ashirvadas. Ashirvada has its own different thing. Like if some guru is giving ashirvadam to some thing, he uses a different thing called ashirling. So there are multiple such different moods that can affect the verbs. So totally there are 10. So this is a beautiful shloka in Sanskrit. Everything is a shloka. So if you remember the shloka, you will remember all the 10 lakaras. So it is it's not part of this course, but you can, if you can note down this shloka and remember this. It's say lat vartamani. So it's say da, but actually it's lat only. When it becomes in sandhi, it becomes da. Okay. So the shloka goes like this: lat vartamane late vede bhute lut lung litas tata vidyashishostu ling lotau lring lritau lut bhavishyati. Okay, so it may sound very complex. Don't worry if you don't get stressed if it thinks it's too complex. But essentially, it lists all the 10 lakaras and groups them. So lat vartamane. Lat vartamane means vartamana kala, which is present tense. So lat present tense is indicated through lat lakara. Late vede. So in this Veda, in Vedas, there are some special usages of the verbs, and that's used only in Vedas. It's not used in normal conversations. So that is called late lakara. That late lakara we are not going to learn because anyway it is going to be used only in Vedas. So that's a very specialized topic. So that we are not going to worry about. Late we are not going to worry about. Then bhute. Bhute means past tense. In bhuta past tense itself, there are three different lakaras. Lung, lung, lit. There are three lakaras. So you can look at this chart, it will be very clear. So lat is present tense. And then lung is immediate past. That is like within the last, like in the last few hours, lung. And then in the past, immediate past, but not within like really last few hours, but like, in the last few days or few years, that is called lung lakara. And then it's very, very far in the very distant past. Like, for example, we are talking about Rama talking to Lakshmana or things like that. It's in the whole historic story. Then we use this lakara called lit. So in the past tense itself, there are three usages, lung, lung, and lit. But for most practical purposes, for past tense, we will use only lung. Okay. So even if it is immediate past, we won't differentiate between lung and lung. We generally use lung. Okay. So for this class, we are going to, in the three past tenses, we are going to talk only about lung and not about lung or lit. And similarly, for the future, there is lit and then lut. Lut is actually very distant future, but we are mostly, it says plus 24 hours only, but lit is normally used even in the coming future. So it doesn't have to be only 24 hours. So I think this lit is what we will use for Bhavishyat Kala. That is the future tense. Okay. And then these four, so late we saw, it's used only in Vedas. We are not going to worry about that. And then these four, lot, lring, vidiling, and ashirling. So this lot is instruction or imperative mode. You instruct, it's vadata, vada, all of that are lot lakara. Okay. And then this ring, vidiling, and ashirling. Ring is more conditional mode. If this happens, then that happens. Kind of to indicate that kind of conditional possibility, ring is used. Vidiling is more, vidiling and ashirling are more instructions. Vidiling is an instruction given to someone. So lot and vidiling are very similar, but there are some slight differences which you'll probably learn later in the course. And then ashirling, as I said, is more benediction. When a guru talks, gives blessings to someone, then this ashirling is used. So as you can see, it's a very well sophisticated and developed language. So English does not have many of these, right? Like, we differentiate based on whether it is immediate past, distant past, all of that. So when something is used in lit lakara, we know immediately just by the usage that this is not a recent past, it's a distant past. So just by usages, we can actually analyze the sentence. So that kind of gives. So this is the general overview of lakara. So all of this details is not required in this course, to be honest. But just so that I gave this overview so that you get the full picture of what the 10 lakaras are and how where they fit in, etc. Is there any question in this? Okay, so I will just go to the next one. So as I said, lat lakara vartamana kala, lang lakara bhuta kala, lit lakara bhavishyat kala, and lot lakara agnya prarthana. So this agnya is instruction. So these four are the ones we are going to focus. Vidiling lakara is more a vidhi, a rule that has to be followed. Kartavyam karke. But this one, I'm not sure if it belongs to this course. We learned it in the next course only. So we will check that. If time permits, we can cover Vidiling also. But in this course, primarily the four lakaras that we are going to focus, lat, lung, rit, and lot. And normal usage also, if you know all these four, you will cover probably 95% of the normal usage that you have to use in day-to-day conversation in Sanskrit. Yeah. We won't need more than this. So now we'll go to the lat lakaraha. So before that, just a quick overview of the Sarvanam Shabda. So maybe Pavitra Mahodaya, you can read this table.
Tad Shabdaha. Should I just read? Saha tau te, sa te taha, tat te tani.
Oh.
Yushmat
युष्मत्
Shabdaha,
शब्दः
Tvam
त्वं
yuvam
युवां
yuyam,
यूयम्
Asmad
अस्मद्
Shabdaha,
शब्दः
Aham
अहम्
avam
आवां
vayam.
वयम्.
Very good. Very good. So here you can see that I think we have already seen Saha Taute, Sa Te Taha, Tatte Tani. This is for the Tat Shabdaha. But this Yushmat Sabda and Asmat Sabda we had not learned before. I don't think so. So for the Madhyama Purusha also, you have to say Tvam is you, Yuvam is you too, and Uyam. The Yuvam is with Dvivachanam, and Uyam is Bahuvachanam. Similarly, Asmat Shabdaha, Aham, I, Avam is we too, and Vayam is we all of us. So that is the Asmat Shabdaha. So this you have to remember because we will be using this in sentences going forward. And also, see, usually using Madhyama Purusha, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam, you have to remember if you are using Madhyama Purusha, then you have to remember that particular verb forms. So one of the shortcut they use to avoid knowing the Madhyama Purusha forms of the verbs is they will convert Madhyama Purusha into Prathama Purusha. How do you do that? Instead of saying, I can say Tvam Karoshi, you do. I can also say Bhavan Karoti. So which is like you, Bhavan also is you, but Bhavan is a Prathama Purusha Shabda. Bhavan is not a Madhyama Purusha Shabda. Even though it refers to the Madhyama Purusha only, it is a Prathama Purusha Shabda. So similarly, I can use Bhavan, Bhavati, etc. to refer to the immediate person in front rather than you and all that. And also Bhavan, Bhavati also gives some respect. It's like Aap in Hindi rather than Tvam. Tum. Tum is very disrespectful. Bhavan and Bhavati is slightly more respectful. So that is why it's easy from a language usage also, and also it's a trick to avoid Madhyama Purusha Shabdas, right? So otherwise you have to remember that form also. So that is one quick trick to avoid that. Okay. Asmat Uttama Purusha you can't avoid, you have to know there is no other option. So now we learned the Prathama Purusha forms Patati, Patataha, Patanti. So that is like it adds, these are the Krit Pratyayas. Ati, Ataha, Anti. Similarly, Madhyama Purushaha is Patasi, Patataha, Patatha. So Patasi is Ekavachanam. So Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Tvam Patasi. Yuvam Patataha. So you too read Patataha. And then Yuyam Patatha. You see, Patatha, it's like, all of you all are reading. Patatha. Similarly, Uttama Purushaha, Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. Aham Patami, I am reading. Avam Patavaha, we too are reading. Vayam Patamaha, all of us are reading. Okay. So this is the form most of the words will going to take. For example, likati, likataha. So maybe Venkat Mahodaya, you can read this table.
लिखति लिखितः
Likataha.
लिखतः
Yeah.
लिखन्ति
Yeah.
लिखसि लिखयः.
No, likataha.
Oh, that is tha. Okay, likatha, likatha,
Yeah.
likamhi, likavah, likamah.
Yeah. So this form you should absolutely know, because if you know this, it is going to be for most of the what we call the Parasmaipadi verbs. So there are in the dhatus, it's two broad classifications called Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. Okay. Some dhatu are Parasmaipadi. Parasmaipadi means it ends, the verb forms, the lat lakara will end with ti, taha, ti, inti, etc. There are also other verb forms which ends with te. Okay. Vandate, all of that. Those forms will be different. Those are called Atmanepadi. Okay. So there are two groups. So here we are going to focus primarily on Parasmaipadi. Okay. So lik is a Parasmaipadi root. Similarly, there are many Atmanepadi roots also, which we will learn, I think, later in the course. But for Parasmaipadi Datavaha, this is the form mostly. This is the common form. Okay. I'm not saying this is the only form. There are some Vishesha Shabdaha also. They are very different. As I said, the 10 the groups of the dhatus are grouped into 10 groups. They are called Dashaganaha, the 10 groups, and each group will have slightly different form. We are not going to get into that level of complexity. We are mostly going to read this pattern. Okay. And there is going to be some special forms which we will introduce. Okay. But mostly this pattern. Likati, likataha, likanti, likasi, likataha, likatha, likami, likavaha, likamaha. Like for example, we can look at any of these forms using this website ashtadhyayi.com. It's a very useful website. So I will show that website for everyone's benefit. So please note down this website because it's very useful. One second. So, for example, you can look at, let's say, I want to know for one dhatu pat. Pat. Pat is to fall. Okay, there are two, but we are going to do pata, to fall down. Okay. So if you want to know what the forms are, you can see Kartari lat lakara. So this is Parasmai Padam. So there's also an Atmane Padam. We're not going to worry about that now. If you look at Parasmai Padam, Patati, Patataha, Patanti. So there are also other forms that are given. So don't worry about this. Just put Patati, Patataha, Patanti. Patasi, Patataha, Patatha. Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. Okay. So that's how you can look at all the forms, lit, lakara, all of the forms will be given here. So for any dhatu, you can look at this and very clearly understand.
So this gives the different vibhakti forms,
This is
or
not vibhakti. So
these are
for
not vibhakti, no?
dhatus, this is kriya padam, this is lat
Lat
lakara,
lakara.
various lakaras. Okay. So
Okay.
vibhakti is, you will come to know in the Shabda Patam. This is Dhatu Patam. You have to go to Shabda Patam for that. That also you can search. Okay. So let us search for some other can you give me some other verb?
Charata.
Chara. Chara. To go or walk. Okay. See, Kartari lat lakara has charati, charataha, charanti. So the form you can easily remember. You don't have to, for this lat lakara, you don't have to refer to Ashtadhyayi, but for some complicated words, we may have to. Okay. So for example, charati, charataha, charanti, charasi, charataha, charatha, charami, charavaha, charamaha. So this form we will use for chara. Okay. So let me go back. So this ashtadhyayi.com. Please bookmark this, a very useful website. Now, Okay, so this is one thing we have to know. So this we have already learned. So Kriya Padam with Purusha and Vachanam we have seen. And then for Madhyama Purusha, you should use only the Yushmat Shabdaha. That is Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. And Uttama Purusha, you have to use the Asmat Shabda only. It does not go with any other form. Okay. Which is Aham, Avam, Vayam. But for the Prathama Purusha, all kinds of form. You can use different, you can use Bhavan, Bhavati. You can also use Ramaha, Krishnaha. Any third person will fit in very well for the Prathama Purusha. So that's how we use this. For example, Patati, Patataha, Patanti, Patasi, Patataha, Patata, Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. Let us use one sentence with each of these 9 shabdas. Okay. Maybe Venkat Mahodaya, you can use one noun to attach to this to form 3 different words. So you can take the first one. Huh?
Bhavan Patati.
Bhavan Patati, yeah.
Ramau Patataha.
Ramo Patataha is fine. 2 Ramas are reading. Okay.
Chatraha Patanti.
Very good. Chatraha Patanti. Venkat Mahodaya, the next one, next row.
Next one also.
Sorry, not Venkat, Sriram Mahodaya. Yeah.
Tvam patasi, yuvam patataha, yuyam patataha.
Patatha. So yuvam patataha, yuyam patatha. Okay. Pavitra Mahodaya, Asmat Shabdam.
Aham patami, avam patavaha, vayam patamaha.
And just like
Vayam
the other
patamaha.
dhatus, could we look at the creed dhatu?
Antaram bhavan pashyatu.
Okay, so we are going to do some abhyasaha now. Vad dhatu. So maybe Pavitra Mahodaya, you can say vad dhatu.
Vad. Vadati, vadataha, vadataha, vadanti, vadasi, vadatha, vadatha, vadami, vadavaha, vadamaha.
Is that your granddaughter? She
Oh,
chants very well.
he is my son, Mahodaya.
Son? Oh, okay. Son. Okay. Creed dhatu. Is it creed or creed? Okay, creed only, I think. Venkat Mahodaya, do you want to try creed?
I'll need some help. I'll try.
Yeah.
Kridaha, Kridataha.
No. Kridati.
Kridati, Kridataha, Kridanti.
Yeah.
Kridasi, Kridantaha.
Kridataha.
Kridataha, Kridata. Kridamaha.
No, Kridami.
Kridami, Kridamaha.
Kridavaha.
Kridavaha, Kridamaha.
Yeah. Okay. Sriram Mahodaya. Kad.
Kadati, Kadataha, Kadanti, Kadasi, Kadasi, Kadatha, Kadata,
Kadami.
Kadami, Kadami, Kadamyaha,
Kadami. Kadavaha.
Kadami, Kadavaha,
Kadamaha.
Kadama.
Yeah, so once you understand few words, the pattern, once you understand it, you will not forget that easily. Okay, then you can easily use in different forms. Pavitra Mohode, Gach. Gum is a dhatu, but it changes to Gach.
Gachati, gachatah, gachanti, gachasi, gachatah, gachata, gachami, gachavah, gachamah.
Yeah. So you can see the root is gum, but it changes to gach because they have added few more pratyayas to become gach. Okay. And then the gach becomes, then this krit pratyayas are added, tingantam is added to get to, so to get to all of these forms that we just saw. Pat we have already seen. Prakshal. Now, Venkat Mahodaya, Prakshal. Right.
Prakshalaha.
Prakshal means cleaning, to clean. Yeah.
Prakshalati. Prakshalatah. Prakshalanti. Prakshalasi.
Prakshalatha, same pattern only. No
Prakshalatah, Prakshalata.
Yeah.
Prakshalyam.
No, Prakshalami.
Prakshalami, Prakshalavah, Prakshalamaha.
Yeah, there is no difference. Everything is the same. Okay. Similarly, Pat we have seen Pib. Pavitra Mohode.
महोदय एकः प्रश्नः प्रक्षालयति ओन्ली विल् कम् प्रक्षालयति और प्रक्षालयति प्रक्षालयतः.
So we can check that. We can check that in Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi. Prakshal. Prakshal is not there. Prakshal. I have to think.
Should we just search for Prakshalaya?
Prakshalaya. No, I think Prakshalaya is an instruction. So I have to check what is Prakshalayati or Prakshalati. Prakshalaya maybe to make to clean. Prakshalayati means to make someone to clean. Prakshalanam, I have to just check that. I thought it's Prakshalati only. Yeah. I will check and let you know more there. Okay, now I will.
Kshala, Kshala, you should try Kshala, right? Or no?
Pibba?
Kshala. I think it comes from pra is a upasarga.
Yeah,
so maybe Kshala, maybe we can try.
I'll search.
Try that, I think. Yeah, Kshal is there. Kshal.
To wash.
Kshal is there. Yeah, Kshal is there. Prakshal. Sorry. Kartari. Kshalayati only is there. Kshalayate. Prakshalayati only there. Prakshalayati, Prakshalayataha, Prakshalayanti. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Prakshalayati only. Pib. Sorry. Pib. Venkat. Pavitra Mohode. Pib.
पिबति
पिबति
पिबतः
पिबतः
पिबन्ति
पिबन्ति
पिबसि
पिबथः
पिबथः
पिबथ
पिबथ
पिबामि
पिबामि
पिबावः
पिबावः
पिबामः
पिबामः
Very good. Next, guy. Pib is a drink. Guy is sing. Venkat Mohodaya, you want to try?
गायति गायतः गायन्ति गायसः
Gayasi,
गायसि गा
Gayatha,
गायतः गायत गायामि गायावः गायामः.
yeah. Last one, Sriram Mohodaya. Touch.
पचति पचतः पचन्ति
Yeah.
पचसि पचम
Pachataha,
पचतः पचथ पचामि पचावः पचामः.
Pachamaha. So we have seen. So I think you can do all this. Bhu is bhavati, bhavataha, bhavanti. Okay. Bhu is nam is namati, namataha, namanti. Dav is davati. As. Can anyone try as? It's a very special form.
अहं
Pavitra Mohoday, as.
अस् वदतु भवान्
अस्ति स्तः सन्ति असि
Yeah.
स्तः स्त अस्मि स्वः स्मः.
Yeah. As is a slightly different form. You can try as dhatu in Ashtadhyayi. Like, for example, as dhatu, to exist, as dhatu. So asti, staha, santi, asi, staha, stha, asmi, swaha, smaha. This is why aham ramaha asmi, aham deepakaha asmi. So that is why this asmi is used. Okay, so this is asti, asi, asti. Okay. We'll go back to this one. So I think you can try the rest of the words in this. Now we will do some practice. So similarly, so you have to use the appropriate. This one we have used. Okay, now we can try this. Patati, using patati. Venkat Mohodaya, Uma is reading. How will you say this?
Uma Pata
Uma is what? Prathama
Striling.
Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha.
It's Prathama Purusha.
So Uma,
Patati.
that's all.
But there's no linga here.
Does not,
No, linga
see,
doesn't.
Kriya Padam will not change based on Linga.
Linga. Got it. Okay.
So Sriram Mohodaya, Suresh is reading.
सुरेश पठति.
Pavitra Mohodaya, he nearby is reading.
एषः पठति.
Very good. So Venkat Mohodaya, she very far away is reading.
Sa Pata
Patati, that's all.
Patati. Sa
Yeah,
Patati.
yeah. Sa is also Prathama Purusha only. Okay. So now, Sriram Mohodaya, those students are reading.
ते छात्राः पठन्ति.
Te chatraha patanti. Yeah. Pavitra Mohodaya, Rama and Lakshmana are reading.
रामः लक्ष्मणः च पठति.
पठतौ पठतौ
No. You have to say Rama Lakshmanau
रामलक्ष्मणौ पठतः पठतौ
patatah.
पठतः
Patatah. Not patatau.
पठतः
Patatah.
Because we did Lakshmana, it is Patataha, right? Otherwise,
Yeah, Rama Lakshmanau you can join, or you can say Rama cha
Lakshmanaha.
Lakshmanaha
Patanti.
Patataha. Patataha
Patataha.
only.
Patataha.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay. You are combining abhyasaha. Okay. Now we'll do more of this. Two boys are reading. Venkat Mahodaya.
Balau Patataha.
Balakau.
Balakau. Balakau.
Balau also. Balaha. Maybe.
Balau.
Yeah. Two girls are reading. Sriram Mahodaya.
Two girls. Balike patataha.
Patataha. Very good. Balike patataha. Two doctors are talking. Pavitra Mahodaya.
वैद्यौ
Vaidyau
वदतः
vadataha.
Yeah. Two teachers, female teachers, are going.
Adhyapake.
Adhyapike
Adhyapike. Charati.
Charataha.
Charataha. Gachataha.
Gachataha. Sriram Mahodaya. Two fruits are falling.
Dvifalam patati.
No, falling is patati.
Patati.
No. First of
Phale
all,
patati.
patataha. Phale patataha.
Phale
Because
patata.
Dvivachanam, right? Patataha, not patati. Patataha.
Phale patata.
Pavitra Mahodaya. Leaves are falling.
Dvau
पर्णौ
parnau patataha.
पततः
No,
पर्णं
Parnam.
पर्णे
Parne
पर्णे
patataha.
पततः
Parnam is Napunsakalinga. So it's not Parnau, it's Parne. Parne Patataha. Trains are running. Trains is Velayanam. Sriram Mahodaya. Sorry, Venkat Mahodaya.
Railyan. Running.
Chalataha or
Chalataha.
Chalat. Yeah.
Chalataha.
Sriram Mahodaya. Those boys are talking. Plural. Multiple boys.
Tau.
Not
Tau.
Tau. Tau is two.
Te.
Te.
Tai.
Te only.
Te chatraha.
No, boys, it's not students. So we have to use
Te
Balakaha.
balakaha.
Talk is Vadatu.
Vadanti.
Vadanti. Yes. Pavitra Mahodaya. These girls are cooking. These girls.
एषाः बालिकाः
Etaha. Kalu. I think
Etaha only.
एताः
Etaha balikaha pachanti.
Pachanti. Okay, Sriram Mahodaya. These doctors are talking.
Eshaha.
Eshaha means one. Eshaha is one. Esha, what is the plural form? Ete.
Eta.
Ete only.
Ete.
So in Eshaha, Etau, Ete for Pullinga. In Strilinga, it is Esha, Ete, Etaha. Okay, so slightly confusing. So that's why these doctors, Ete, doctors, you can say
Vaidyaha. Taking is
talking. Taking, no, use it as talking.
Vadanti.
It's a typo. Okay, I think rest you can try because we have few more things to go. So this is again Madhyama Purusha. Tvam patasi, yuvam patataha, yuyam patata. So the best part is the subject is fixed. It has to be either tvam, yuvam or yuyam only for Madhyama Purusha. It can't be anything else. Okay. If it becomes bhavati, then cannot be patasi. Bhavati, if it comes, it has to be patati only because bhavati is a Prathama Purusha Shabda. So if you have to get a Madhyama Purusha verb, you have to have tvam, yuvam or yuyam only. There is no other option. Okay.
Today.
You are eating. Pavitra Moore.
Tvam kadati.
kadati.
Kadasi.
Tvam
Kadasi. Tvam kadasi. You two are running. Venkat Mohoday.
Yuyam, yuyam,
Yuyam.
yuyam,
No, yuvam. You two yuvam.
yuvam, running.
Run is dav. Dav shabda.
Davasi.
No, davasi is only you. You are running is davasi.
Davasi.
Davataha.
Davataha.
Davataha. Emphasis.
Yeah,
Second ta.
davataha.
Davataha. Okay. Sriram Mohoday, you are cleaning. Akshalan.
युवाम प्रक्षालतः प्रक्षालयतः.
Yeah. Pavitra Mohoday, you are going.
Yuvam gacchataha.
Okay, so I'm going to skip few of these with mostly the same. You are cooking. Okay. Venkat Mohoday, you all are talking. Multiple people.
Why? Yuyam.
Hmm.
Yuyam. Vadatha.
Vadatha. Okay. You all are cooking. Sriram Mohoday.
यूयम
Yuyam.
पचत्थ.
Pachatha. Pavitra Mohoday. You all are taking. Talking, not taking. Talking. Yeah.
Yuyam vadataha. Vadatha.
Okay, so I'm going to skip few of this. I think it's all the same. Now we are going to the Uttama Purusha. Aham pashyami avam namavaha and vayam asamaha. So pashyami, pashyavaha, pashyamaha. Okay, and again these words will come only with these pronouns aham, avam, vayam. There's no other possibility. Okay. I am eating. Venkat Mohoday.
Aham.
Hmm.
Kadami.
Kadami. Yeah.
Kadami.
I am running. Sriram Mohoday.
अहम दावामि.
Pavitra Mohoday, we too are cleaning.
Avam
Prakshalayatha.
prakshalayavaha.
Prakshalayavaha. Yeah. We too are jumping. See, Venkat Mohoday. Jump is kurdati.
Kurdati. Okay. Avam kurdayavaha.
Kurdavaha.
Kurdavaha.
We too are hitting. Hitting is Shipati, I think. Shipati, right? Yeah, Shipati. Shipati. I will have to check what is
Tadayati.
Tadayati, yeah. Tadayati also you can use, yeah. Yeah. You want to try, Sriram Mohoday? Tadayati is hitting. Avam.
आवाम ताडयावः
Tadayavaha.
ताडयावः
Yeah. Throwing is Shipati, yeah? Pavitra Mohdaya.
आवां क्षिपावः
क्षिपावः
Pavaha. Yeah. We are washing. Venkat Mohdaya.
Avam,
Hmm.
avam,
Washing is Prakshalanam only, no?
prakshalavah,
Prakshalayavaha. I think we have already
prakshalayavah,
covered. Yeah.
prakshale.
We all are talking. Sriram Mohdaya.
आवां
Not avam. We all.
we all आवामि
No. Vayam. We all is Vayam. Avam, Vayam.
वयं talking is vadanti
Vadamaha.
vadamah.
Yeah. Vadami, Vadavaha, Vadamaha. Dancing. We all are dancing.
वयं
Pavitra Mohdaya.
नृत्यामः
वयं नृत्यामः
Yeah. Liking is itch. Sriram Mohdaya.
वयं
Ichchati.
इच्छामः
Venkat Mohdaya. We all are walking.
Vayam charamaha.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can look at the rest. These are all similar. Okay. Now some Vishesha Kriya Padani. So this is different. As I said, because dhatus are 10 different groups, some of the forms might be slightly different. These are all Parasmaipadi dhatus only, but you can see Kr dhatu is Karoti. Okay, not Kriti. Karoti, Kurutaha, Kurvanti. Karoshi, Kurutaha, Kurutha. Karomi, Kurvaha, Kurmaha. Similarly, maybe.
I have one question.
Yeah.
I was trying to navigate this Ashtadhyayi page.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it so easily because when I
So
searched,
ashtadhyayi.com.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You'll get to the
this
page like
yeah,
this.
yeah. Then I
So
chose this
now,
Dhatu Pata at the bottom. That
no,
of the
you have
color.
to Dhatu Pataha is
Yeah, I
where
picked
you have
that.
to go.
Yeah, I picked that.
So you
Then-
get all these dhatus. Now you can search to a particular dhatu. For example,
I did Asti like you said because Asti is special you mentioned, right? Asti.
Yeah. So Asti, if you want to search,
So
you have to actually, it's not very good if you type in English. You have to change to Sanskrit mode. Then the
okay.
search will be better.
More effective. Okay.
Yeah. That's how I found it. Because
So your
when
keyboard, okay, you change your keyboard configuration or something.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
otherwise, like, for example, as if you just say English as, sorry, for example.
Yeah, I get something different, very different.
Yeah, if you won't get anything meaningful.
Yeah.
So you might still get it. I was able to get it because it's saying, it's just because this one is there. Like, I don't know
Oh.
how it selected, but I used to struggle and till I installed the Sanskrit
Fonts.
thing. I used to really struggle to get the right search.
Okay. Okay.
So I think by better you type in Sanskrit only, then the searches are better here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now. So, okay, maybe Pavitra Mohdaya, you can read the Shru.
शृणोति शृणुतः शृण्वन्ति
Shrinvanti.
शृण्वन्ति
शृणोषि
शृणुतः
शृणुत शृणोमि शृण्वः शृण्मः
Yeah, it is also Shrunuvaha, it's also okay. Shrunuvaha, Shrunmaha. Okay, so as you can see, this is slightly different. It's not the regular pattern. Even though the end is more or less the same, you can see instead of C, you get she. There are some small changes. So these are all Vishesha Shabdas. So you'll have to kind of note down this. Similarly, maybe da. This is the important one. This is completely different from other things. So you have to remember this. Maybe Shira Mahodaya, you can read this one. Da. Da is giving.
ददाति दत्तः ददति
Yeah.
ददासि दत्तः दत्त ददामि दत्वः दत्मः.
Yeah. And Venkat Mahodaya, you can use the nya lakara.
nya, janati, janitah,
Janitah.
janitah, jananti, janasi, janitah, janitha, janami, janivah, janimah.
Yeah. Similarly, you can try the shak dhatu. Let's try that in Ashtadhyayi. Shak dhatu. Okay. So shak is shakya hona, shakna. So this one, if you look at this, shakyati, shakyataha, shakyanti. Shakyasi, shakyataha, shakyata. Shakyami, shakyavaha, shakyamaha. I don't think this is the one, right? This one. This is the importance. This is the Vishesha Shabda. Shaknoti, Shaknutaha, Shaknuvanti. Shaknoshi, Shaknuthaha, Shaknutha. Shaknomi, Shaknuvaha, Shaknumaha.
So which
Similarly, you can,
how do you know
sorry?
which one to use, this one or the other one?
No. I know that because he has given for shak only, but you don't know unless you know the meaning in which it is used. Okay, both are valid roots only, but here it means to be able to or to be possible. The other one is to be powerful. Slightly different words. Okay. So yeah. I know that it is shak, so this one only. So that is why I picked that one. Okay. Otherwise, you have to go by the context of meaning, etc. only. Okay, so this is Griha Karyam. Here there are some words given. I think you have to make sentences with all of this. Okay. So there are some nouns and there are some verbs. You can make sentences using these tables. So you have to, I think, pick one from each and form a sentence. For example, avam is there. Avam will go with what? It has to be a dvivachanam only.
Dvivachanam.
Right? So, sorry, avam balakau. So, we boys. Then you have to select one verb. Maybe kridataha are playing. We two boys are playing. Okay. So, similarly, you can put other things like saha, whatever. You have to pick the right pronoun. You have to write a word and a noun and then write verb and join all of them. So this is the abhyasaha. So now let us quickly go to the story portion. Venkat Mahodaya, first two sentences.
Ashta pishta gatha.
Nashtaha,
Nashtaha pishtaha. Pishta gatha.
Pishtagataha. Yeah. Yeah,
Ekas
Kimavagatam. Nashtaha means what?
loss.
Lost. Pishtagataha means?
Pishtagataha.
Pishtam means floor. Floor. Okay. I think gataha means pot. Pot full of flower. Flower pot. Okay.
Oh,
Not
okay.
flower, it's floor. What they say in Mavu in Tamil.
Yeah.
It's floor. Yeah. Okay. All right. First two sentences.
Ekasmin grame ekaha bhikshukah patanya
Patnya
saha ushitavan.
Yeah.
Saha bhikshatanena जीवनम कृतवान.
Yeah.
एकस्मिन् ग्रामे in one village. Ekah bhikshu, one bhikshu, one beggar,
Yeah, Vikshukah. Yeah.
wife, his wife. Saha Ushitavan. Ushitavan lived or something.
Yeah, I think it is lived, but let's quickly check the meaning. Ushitavan. Sorry. Go to the Sanskrit. So it's very, yeah. Ushitavan, right? The
Ushitavan,
Ushita
the fourth one.
lived on. So he lived.
Lived. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Ushati lived. Okay.
Yeah.
Saha Bikshatanena Jivanam. They lived their life through Biksha,
Yeah, Bhiksha. Bhiksha means
seeking
seeking
alms.
alms from others. Yeah, cool. Okay, Shriram Mahodaya, next two sentences.
एकदा सः पिष्ठेन पूरितं घटं प्राप्तवान् सः
Yeah.
गृहम् आगत्य तं घटं
सः गृहम् आगत्य
गृहम् आगत्य तं घटं बद्ध्वा सुखेन एकदा सः
सुखेन निद्रां कृतवान्.
सुखेन निद्रां कृतवान्.
Yes.
निद्रां कृतवान्. एकदा सः पिष्टेन पूरितं घटं प्राप्तवान्. Once he got a ghatam full of pishtena is what? Cream.
Pishtam is flour.
Flour, okay.
Yeah.
Flour. Ghatam puritam means full of flour.
Yeah.
Praptavan. He got it. Saha graham agatya tam ghatam bhadva sukhena nid. So once he came home, he just left the ghatam and
He
slept.
secured the pot and then
Sukhena nidram kritvan. He slept peacefully.
Yeah. So here you see that some usage like kritavan, praptavan, all of these. So this usage and ushitavan. So this is a usage, special usage called tavatu pratyayam, which we will learn later on in the course. This is a simple way to convert words into the past tense. So we are going to we talked about lang lakara, which is past tense. But this is another form of using, instead of using lang lakara, so we use this form called kritavan, kritavantaha, etc. That is noun form, but indicates past tense, that he did this, he got it. Praptavan means he got it. Okay, nidram kritavan means he slept. Okay, all of that. It's past tense, indicating past tense. Okay, it's called tavatu pratyayam. We will learn about this in this course. Pavitra Mahoday.
तदा स्वप्ने एवं चिन्तितवान् अहम् एतं घटं विक्रीय तेन धनेन अजद्वयं क्रेष्यामि कालान्तरे तेन अजसमूहः भविष्यति. So tada he started dreaming, and in that he's thinking like this. With this I will sell this pot of flour and I will buy two goats, and then after some time I will have a big farm of goats.
Yeah. Ajadvayam means two goats. Instead of saying Ajau, he is saying Ajadvayam. So it's converting this from Madhyama Purusha, Dvivachanam into Ekavachanam, Ajadvayam. Okay, that is why it's Kreshya. Okay, Ajadvayam is anyway, it's Dvitiya Vachanam. So it's okay, Dvitiya Vibhakti. So okay, next one. Kalantare tena Ajasamuhaha Bhavishyati. Bhavishyati is future tense, lit lakara, which we will learn later. Okay. All right. Venkat Mahoday.
Anantaram tena Ajasamuhena Ajasamuhena Denuhu Kreshyami.
Yeah.
Tabihi Denubihi Aham Adikam Dhanam Prapsyami.
Yeah.
Anantaram, over time, Tena
After
Aja.
that, Anantaram is after
Anantaram,
that.
after that. Tena Ajasahamu Hena.
Ajasamuhena.
I'm not understanding that.
Ajasamuhena means we just learned Ajasamuha in the previous sentence,
Oh.
right? Ajasamuha means those group of goats.
Not group,
So
okay.
he said first,
They'll
with
give
this
milk,
part,
okay.
I'll get 2 goats, and those 2 goats will become a group of goats. And then with those
After that,
group
they'll
of
give me
goats,
milk.
I will get a cow. Denuhu means cow.
Denuhu
I
Kreshyami.
will buy a cow.
Cow.
Now, Kreshyami. Can you recognize Kreshyami? What is the form of this?
Kreshyami. It is first person.
Uttama Purusha.
Uttama Purusha, because me.
Yeah, me. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam.
Ekavachanam. Kreshyami. But what is the padam there? I'm trying to figure out.
Kreshyati.
Kreshyati, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that means to buy, is it? Kreshyati is to buy.
Yeah, Kreshyati.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Tabihi Denubihi Aham Adikam Dhanam Prapsyami. Tabihi means?
Tabihi, with their Tabihi means Denu is a Strilinga
Cow.
Shabda.
Oh,
Strilinga Shabda.
okay.
So Tabihi means with those cows, right? With the help of those cows.
Okay.
Tabihi Denubihi Aham
Through the
Adikam
Denubihi.
Dhanam. Through them,
I'll get more wealth. More wealth.
Prapsyami.
Prapsyami.
Yeah. Okay. Sriram Hodaya.
Tena Dhanena Griham Yanam Sarvam Kreshyami Tataha Denunam Rakshanaya Gopalakam Niyojayishyami.
Yeah.
Tena Dhanena.
With that wealth.
Yeah, with that wealth, Griham, house, and Yanam is
vehicle, some vehicle.
Okay, Yanam, house and vehicle, everything I'll purchase.
Yeah.
Tataha Denunam Rakshanyaha
Rakshanaya.
Gopalakam Niyoj. So to protect those cows, I will organize a Gopalakam.
Gopalaka is cowherd boy.
Okay, cowherd boy. Okay.
Yeah, I will get a cowherd boy. Niyojayishyami. Okay. Yada. Okay. Next one. Sriram, read the next one also.
Yadha Saha Mama.
No, you have read 2 sentences, no? Maybe Pavitra Mode. Yeah.
Yada saha mama vachanam na shrunoti tada
No,
tam na shroshyati tada tam aham padapraharena tadayishyami iti chintaya dandayishyami iti chintayan saha bhikshukah.
Wait, maybe just wait till that point and tell the meaning, then we'll go to the next one, iti.
Yada saha, when he does not listen, mama vachanam, my words, if na shroshyati, when he does not listen, tada tam, him I will with my leg, I will
punish him by kicking
him.
By kicking him.
Like that, chintitavan, like that he thinks.
Iti chintayan, read the next one.
Chintayan saha bhikshukah pishtena puritam gatam swasya padena taditavan. So, imagining he just kicked his leg on the pot where he had the pishtam.
Yeah. So he was lying down and sleeping, and in his sleep he was building up all this story that he will first to get 2 goats, and then 2 goats will become full of goats. Then with that full of group of goats, he will get a cow. and with the help of that cow, he will make more wealth, money, and all of that. And with that, he will have a house and vehicle and all that. And he will also hire a cowherd boy to protect these cows. And then when that cowherd boy doesn't listen to him, he will kick the that cowherd boy. While thinking like that, he also kicked his leg, and then in that process, what happened? Next, Venkat Mahodaya, you can read.
Ghatam swasya padena taditavan.
Taditavan. That
Yeah,
we
so
have
it hit
we have
the
read.
pot.
Yeah. Next sentence. Yeah.
Tada pishtena puritah ghatah bhagnah
Bhagnaha jataha.
jatah.
So
Tada pishta.
that
So it
pot
complete
broke.
puritah completely.
Puritaha gataha. So pishtena puritaha gataha. That pot full of
Oh, full of
flour.
puritah, full of
Flour.
flour.
Bhagnaha jataha means it broke
Bhagna
down.
broke.
Yeah.
Pishtam cha nashtam abhavat.
Yeah. Ishtam cha nashtam abhavat. So that whole pour is complete loss. That flour and everything was lost. So his whole story came down crashing. Okay. So what is the niti? Niti.
Manorajyam vinasha karanam.
Yeah. Just don't think and imagine stuff. You have to actually execute effort, right? Just thinking about it, imagining just with one small this thing you got, and you imagine building what they say, building castles in air. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to lead to anything. Okay. So I think we'll complete this now. So I will do the thing. Sarve bhavantu. Purnamadaha, let's leave it. Maybe Sriram Mahodaya, you can do the Mangala Shloka. Sarve bhavantu.
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम तत्सत्
Okay, so Punarmilamaha, just look at those Abhyasa slide and all that verbs we learnt. If there's any question, please let me know. We'll meet the next class. Punarmilamaha.
धन्यवादः
Dhanyavadaha. Yeah.
Achaji, next week I will not be able to attend. I'll be in a wedding.
Okay, no
But
problem.
I will catch
Yeah.
up and
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
thank you. Dhanyavadaha.
Acharya, I had a
Dhanyavadaha.
question. Will we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
will we have